The backside spin should not be practiced on a ramp. I couldn't do the BS 180 for a long time, but after practice with this method, I could suddenly do up to the backside 720. And that was with only 2 days of practice. Try this method to going from a half spin to going all the way to 720 easily. You also don't need to slide the switch stance after the half spin. Hello, I'm Bkoji. I'm going to introduce a revolutionary way to practice backside spins. First of all, why we shouldn't practice using a ramp? Let's get into it. For one, ramps are usually hard. And the backspin can be scary to do because it's new sensation. Trying backspin in that environment can lead to injuries. You won't be able to increase the number of rotations smoothly. So we usually do 180, 360, 540, and so on, increasing gradually by half spin. In this case, it would take a while until the 720 is achieved. My friend followed an old method and broke his bones twice before he could do the BS 720. With my method, you'll be able to do it in just a few days safely. Please try out my warp growth method. Be sure to follow this step by step. Make sure you can do it. And then move on to the next step. Let's go! Step 1! Rotate in place. As usual, we won't slide. How many rotations can you do the one jump on the spot? If you can do the half spin at this point, this is the very first thing to achieve. Using your edges. This is the most important factor for the high rotation BS spins. If you can do this, it's impossible to do the BS 360, even if you use your upper body. Please pay attention to the board. If the board rotates 1 cm in the opposite direction, you will fail. This is a sign that energy is escaping. That's why you should dig your toes in a little towards the snow when you are getting used to it. Then jump only after you are able to hold the board firmly like this. If you can lock the board and use your upper body, you should be able to do it. Your goal should be about 360 degrees for males, 720 for females. There are 3 key points here. First, be able to lock the board in place without digging in. Stand the board up so your weight is on your toes. Try to stand the board with your toes. Don't lean your body forward. Like Michael Jackson! Boo! This is it. If you can do this, the board won't move. Second, make sure you can swing your arms widely. You should swing your arms from the opposite direction and put them close to you once you jump. It is easy to understand if you try it on the ground. In order to spin a lot, the arms should swing fast and wide before you jump. In physics, this is a law of conservation of angular momentum. Third, keep your axis straight. When you focus on spinning as hard as you can, it's hard to keep axis balance. It's important to keep the axis straight through practice. However, you should know how many spins you can manage. Sure, you can do these 3 points so that you can stabilize yourself when you come to stop. Step 1 and step 2 alone almost complete the BS 720. We are almost there! Step 2, the drive spin. If you can do step 1 or step 2, you are okay. So don't worry if you struggle with step 1. The produce is similar to step 1. Make sure your 2 edges firm and does not shift. Then twist your upper body in the opposite direction of your rotation. Swing your arms wide and use your edges to rotate. The only difference to step 1 is that you don't jump. Instead, we continue to rotate upper body with the board flat on the ground. There are 2 key points here. The first is don't spray the snow. After completing prior actions, it is important to have the board was as flat as possible. So if the snow sprays even a little like this, it is a sign that the edge is higher than it should be. You may be riding on your heel or toes. It's a common bad habit. This is a technique that takes some getting used to. However, once you get accustomed to it, can be done with ease. If the rotation slows down, you may be spraying in snow. The heel edge is likely in the snow or center of gravity is off. A good way to improve your drive spin is to practice spinning on a balanced board. Second, don't use one foot as center of gravity. You can accomplish a drive spin with one foot. However, on the ramp, it is impossible to spin with one foot as your center of gravity when you jump. So even in this drive spin, the center of gravity should be in the middle of the board. The goal is to be able to spin 2 or 3 revolutions at the spot. Once that is stable, your backside 720 is almost there. Step 3! The slow spin. Here you finally slide a bit, but very, very slowly. Even if you slide slowly, it won't be able to difficult to use the edge. That was the case with this lady at first. She could do it if she was standing still, but when she moved, she wasn't using the edge. Imagine Michael Jackson, boo! Even when moving, remember to hold the ball up like this. After this, it doesn't matter if you jump or not. Just keep the action stable even when moving. Many people are too conscious of their toe edge and their upper body leans forward too much, resulting in these diagonal axis. This is not good for the ramp either. So make sure keep the axis nice and straight. Thank you very much for your patience. You've done a great job. Now let's finally go to the ramp. Step 2, the small ramp. Is this what a ramp look like? No. It doesn't matter how big the ramp is at first. If you want, you can use a bump, wave, or drops. There, try doing step 3. It's so small, so you want to start with a 360? No. Spin as much you can and spin all the way till you can spin no more. If you can do 540 on the flat ground, you can do the back spin 720 on the small ramp. That's what I did improve drastically. You can do up to step 3 in one day. I have taught about 200 people and all of them are able to do it in one day. So if you can do this on the ground, you can do the same thing on the ramp and get to the 720. It can be done on the beginner ramp of 1 to 2 meters. This video is only my second day of practice. There are 2 main points here. One is timing. If you have done it on a flat surface, you could jump at any timing you wanted. But on the line, you can't decide your own timing. Therefore, you need to be able to adjust to the ramp. Second is buoyancy. On the ramp, you will feel like you are being pushed from the below, which is something that wasn't a factor until now. This makes it even harder to stabilize your axis. So if your body is unstable, often you should practice step 3 a little more. Or do it on a ramp with a low ramp angle, bump or drop. Congratulations! You can do the backside 720 on the small ramp and bumps without risking injury on bigger ramps. You could even do in a flat terrain if you wanted. Now let's add some flavor as the last step. Step 4, the grab. You made it this far, but you want to do a grab? Then let's do it. If you made it this far, you should be fine, right? The basics are same as the straight jump. However, if you are too conscious of grabbing, it can be dangerous. If you make any movements before you jump, your axis will be off. That's why you should only grab after you jump. Don't bend your upper body to grab. Squat straight down to grab the bound. Make sure not to change movement before the jump, but move the movement after. You'll be able to grab any instant just by doing that. Is not doing a grab really uncool? Everyone is doing it. The pros do it. But don't you think that's all there is to it? In my opinion, it's way cooler to be able to rotate at a high speed without grabbing than to rotate slow with grab. Being able to spin anywhere, even on a flat ground, shows versatility, and it is very cool. I personally try to create original flares that no one else is doing. So I have a few tricks that I invented, and no one in the world has done it. Isn't that cooler? This video you found out how to shortcut to the bigger tricks. Rather than going down prepared path like starting from the 180 and building up to 360, 540, 720. So by all means, try some unknown techniques. Aim for originality with me. I will introduce more and more innovative tricks and methods. I make sure that all the techniques I introduce can be done in a few days. All the method is bullshit. My method is real backside. Have a nice BS life. Bye.